I'm State Representative Sharon Nelson. We're on Vashon Island today, which is actually my home, and I'm here with State Senator Joe McDermott and State Representative Cody. We're here in the heart of Vashon on Main Street at the Vashon Hardware Store. This is a landmark building. It's a hub of a lot of activity. We've got a little fruit and vegetable stand, flower stand behind us, and this is a happening place. I'm here with Melinda Santagrath.
Thank you, Sharon. We sit on an important corner, and it's an important building to many residents. It survived 2 major fires. It's meant to be here, and we've worked very hard to take good care of it.
Every summer, we come over for the Strawberry Festival, which this street is then lined with booths, and we also participate in the Vashon Parade. Now we're at the Heron's Nest here on Vashon, where in the last capital budget we were able to obtain a little over $1 million for the arts.
And it actually turns out that arts funding creates more jobs than construction funding when the state makes those investments.
There are a large number of artists on Vashon and Maury Islands. We're at another Vashon landmark, and this is the Vashon Island Roastery. This is where Seattle's Best Coffee started years ago, and where they roasted the coffee and you could smell it from miles away.
This is the Vashon Allied Arts Blue Heron Arts Center. This is where performances take place. They have gallery events, gallery space as well, and the organization's offices. And it's this site and to the north that'll be expanded for the performance center that we got the money in the capital budget for earlier this year.
Here on Vashon in the 34th District, you can see we're very serious about physical fitness. This has become an impromptu workout station with a gorgeous view of the Sound. If you need some exercise, come visit us here on Vashon.
We're here at the Point Robinson Lighthouse on Maury Island. This location has been a fog signal station since 1885, and the current lighthouse was actually built in 1915. The lighthouse is automated today. It's actually a twin in design and construction to the Alki Point Lighthouse at the north end of our district. Down the road here from the lighthouse are the original caretaker cottages that you can actually rent and stay in from Vashon Parks. A great place to stay when you're on Vashon Maury Island. Thanks for visiting Vashon Maury Island with us. Now we'll go to the mainland, and please join us at the Alki Lighthouse.
And now we're beginning our tour on the mainland part of our district at the Alki Lighthouse. It was built in 1913 and is the twin to the Point Robinson Lighthouse.
We're in Berrien's Town Square in front of the Town Hall and Library, which opened in June of this year. The city is actually seeking LEED Silver certification for the building. It would be the first LEED certified building in all of Berrien, which is an indication of the green building techniques they've used in the construction.
And adjacent to the library and the town hall are 124 housing units, which have been constructed and allow folks to walk to work and to add to the vibrant downtown feel of Burien. This is part of the Growth Management Act, where we try to focus housing within our urban areas.
Because of the economy, phase 2 of the development has been put on hold, and because of the work of many of the artists that live in Burien, we now have a rotating art display in the open block.
We're now in Seahurst Park, Berrien's largest park. It's 178 acres of shoreline and wooded areas, including over 2 miles of hiking trails.
Seahurst Park is the home of the Environmental Learning Center, which focuses on teaching the students of Highline School District and South King County environmental concerns. The Environmental Science Center was made possible by a donation of $650,000 from the state of Washington through our capital budget and $100,000 from King County.
Seahurst Park is also important in the role that it's playing in restoring Puget Sound. The city of Burien has actually removed bulkheads here so the beaches can maintain their natural functions.
Now we are at Greenbridge in White Center. This development replaced Park Lake homes and was brought to us with Hope 6 money. There are 474 units of mixed income housing here. The state and the county also helped bring us this housing development and is a King County housing development project.
In Greenbridge abounds with learning opportunities. We have the YWCA Center, we also have the White Center Library, and we have the Early Education Center. We are now at the Fauntleroy Public School, which ran from 1906 to 1981 until it became converted to the hall at Fauntleroy.
It's now a child care center with other rentals, and over the last several years, we've worked to secure state funds to help keep it in public operation when the school district wanted to sell the building.
Now we're in beautiful White Center, one of the most diverse communities of the state. Many languages are spoken here, including Spanish, Tagalog, Vietnamese, Swahili, Cambodian, you name it, we've got it.
We're now in Lincoln Park, a city park here in West Seattle since 1922, part of the Olmsted Brothers' original plan for Seattle's park system, and also my usual running route along the waterfront.
And this trail that Joe runs along each morning also goes all the way around Alki and is a great bike trail too.
And behind us is the Fauntleroy Ferry Dock. Ferries are an integral part of the transportation system for the 34th District. Vashon and Morions rely on them. And the ferry system has not had a dedicated funding source and has run into some difficulties. However, this past session, we were able to identify funding for 4 new ferries and to keep our boats afloat.
In the West Seattle Junction, so named because it was the junction of 2 streetcars, Alaska and California. It's the heart of West Seattle, and we hang out here regularly.
And our district office is a block from the junction at 4711 44th Avenue Southwest.
Here we are in front of the Nucor steel plant. Nucor is one of the largest businesses we have in West Seattle, and it's one of the businesses in Seattle that is trying to save energy. They have partnered with the city of Seattle to make sure that they are using less electricity, even though it is one of the largest users that we have. Nucor Steel started as Seattle Steel in 1905, and at that time the Seattle Times hailed this as it becoming the little Pittsburgh of the West. The most notable is that Clint Eastwood worked in this steel mill sometime in the 1950s. He worked the night shift. I used to live right here and want to dream about Clint Eastwood working in the steel mill.
At Seacrest Park in West Seattle. It has dynamic views of downtown Seattle and is also home to the King County Water Taxi, which runs from West Seattle into downtown Seattle and is used by both commuters and tourists. This park has excellent kayaking opportunities, bicycling, and scores of fun.
Behind us is Harbor Island and the Port of Seattle. Washington is the most trade-dependent state in the nation, and most of that trade takes place behind us at Harbor Island.
Now we're at Alki Point, the birthplace of Seattle. This is where the Denny Party landed on Friday, November 13th, 1851. Thank you for joining us on our tour of the 34th Legislative District.
We hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did.